When people say must be nice, what do you think they really mean? Mm. Yes, if you're gonna, I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
read.
because I was gonna ask. I was like, okay, it depends on the person because sometimes people can say that to be smart, like must be nice, like to be sarcastic. Some people can say it out of envy, like dang, like must be nice, and they aspire to get there. And some people just say it because it's in the moment, it's the new trend, and they just must be nice, like so it really depends on the person, but majority of the time people are saying it to be sarcastic.
What's up, sis?
Oh child, life.
Every time you
That's
come up,
what's up
you talk
every
about
week.
life.
No.
It's been a mess. If they really knew about the real behind the scenes stuff, they would leave me alone. For real. You went through that? Yeah. You got through that? Yeah.
Yeah, the people fail to understand all that it takes to sit behind this mic and put out these episodes and try to drown out the background noise and concentrate and kind of zone in while you have life lifing around you. I think people, and this is a good segue into the topic, I think people watch podcasts and TV and all the things and they say, must be nice. They got it all together. No, the difference between you and I is, in spite of what I'm going through, I still continue to show up. I don't cower behind the scenes and, you know, go heal in private and then come back when I got it together or seeming to get it together. Because people need to see the broken versions. They need to see you when you're transitioning. They need to see you when, you're going through and what that looks like. Especially now with mental health and all the things, suicide, most people that have um, committed suicide, they don't they don't be frowning all the time. A lot of them smile. A lot of them, you know, um, look like nothing's wrong. So you really can't underestimate what a person is going through, what they're doing, what they're dealing with, um, and just absorb the stuff that they're giving you because man, like life is life.
For real. I did a whole episode the other day with Gabby. Wide awake. Like, and I said, this is a disclaimer. You may hear my little co-host in the background. It's okay though.
Not co-host.
Yeah, you may hear my little co-host, but it's okay. Because sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And I tried it. I tried it. So, hey, I just put that disclaimer out there and said, listen, you're going to hear my little co host back here. She might even come in the camera a couple of times. And it's okay. This is what I'm dealing with right now.
And you know what? For people that are like me, perfectionists and very analytical, it causes you to kind of procrastinate, or put forth because it's like, okay, the baby's up. I'll do it later. Then when later come, it
Get
don't get
tired.
done because something else happens. So you have to do it in spite of. You have to do it in that moment when you're feeling it and be raw and vulnerable like you were, because this is a raw moment. Like, I'm recording this, and at the end of the day, I'm still showing up with the co-host, like
The
by
call.
myself while I'm broken. This, that, and so whatever I put out, you're getting raw, real emotions. You might see a child or might hear a child pop in here because even though you tell them you're recording, for some reason it's an invitation. So, we said that in the beginning of the season, like you might see a couple or hear a couple or three or five
And
in my
shoot,
house.
being like me, I gotta be in a quiet setting, no children, no nothing. That's how I was always doing things. But now I'm just like, bruh, I I have a 1 year old, almost about to be 2 years old, that's really attached to my hip, backside. She attached. And it's gonna be sometimes she run up down, she can go up and down the stairs now. She gonna come up down the stairs
My
and come
girl,
down here and see her mama.
every time you talk about her, I just smile because I traveled back to this time last year, and she's Caden's age because they're both born in the same month, and she's Caden's age, and now to see her, or not see her, but hear that she is coming up and down the steps and saying "mama," and she got teeth now, and she feeding herself. It's like, wow, that just goes to show you that, as the old folks would say, and one of my favorite choir songs to say, trouble don't last always. Situations are never permanent, they're always temporary, but the temporary season might be longer than others, but it's always temporary. So to say that is, we might be frustrated now because I have a baby, you have a 1 year old or whatever, but they're not going to be a baby forever. They're not going to be one forever. They're going to get to a place where they're older, like Nasir or Christian, and we can pump out 15 episodes, but right now we in the thick of it.
The thick of it, for real, for real. The thick of it. All right, y'all. So we talking about the phrase tonight, must be nice. You know how people say that a lot. They see something
That's
going
my
on,
favorite line. Must be nice.
must be nice, but you don't know what it took to get them people there. You really don't. You don't know what it took to get them people there. They be struggling like you and me, trying to make stuff happen. So we don't know. We gotta stop doing that, y'all. So first question is when people say, y'all, I'm not gonna put it on the screen, but every time I put it on the screen, it covers one of our faces every single time. So we're gonna keep it off the screen this time. When people say must be nice, what do you think they really mean? Mm. Yes, is you gonna I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
read.
because I was gonna ask. I was like, okay, it depends on the person because sometimes people can say that to be smart, like must be nice, like to be sarcastic. Some people can say it out of envy, like dang, like must be nice, and they aspire to get there. And some people just say it because it's in the moment, it's the new trend, and they just must be nice, so it really depends on the person, but majority of the time people are saying it to be sarcastic. Oh wow. And I didn't even know. I, I said all of those.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
that
You did.
that's
You
comprehension.
did.
But usually when I say it, um, I'm being sarcastic. Like,
Mhm.
must be nice. I wish. Like, that's usually when I'm saying it. That's what that mean. If I hit you with them, must be nice. That means something in the water over here ain't clean, and it need to get clean.
Mhm. Me, well, I use the phrase sometimes. Like I put it like this: when somebody dealing with something and say they went through a lot of whatever the case may be, and they get to a point where they're doing good or whatever the case may be, they're like, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." They doing they typical bragging or whatever. I might say that too. Must be nice, sarcastically speaking. And sometimes when people say that, I think they don't really genuinely be happy. Sometimes for them people, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, It might be
It could come
a little
from
bit of jealousy.
a self esteem a self
Hmm.
esteem place. Yeah, I could see that.
Hmm. It may be a little jealousy in it, like, dang,
It's a
I've been
hint of
working all
envy.
my life, and I ain't got there yet, but they just pop up and
Hmm.
pop out and like it ain't nothing. So I think when you say that, it's really a sarcastic statement to me.
Yeah.
You don't
And
care.
social media definitely doesn't make it any better because I feel like back in the day, we didn't use that phrase because nobody saw what nobody was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was kind of like personal, unless you was on the phone and somebody said something or you was invited somewhere and you see. But now it's like that's all you see. You scroll on social media, you see in people's highlight reels that they want you to see. You don't
Yeah,
see the actual process to get to point Z. You only see what they want you to see. So they don't show you level 5. They only show you when they get to their destination.
but I don't think people realize that people share what they want to share on their page when they want to share it. Like you said, they're not giving you the part where they might have was homeless, they lost their house, they lost their car, they went through all of this XYZ, and then boom, they got a Mercedes Benz. They living in a mansion.
Mhm.
They doing
Mhm.
all these things, but they don't show you when they didn't have everything together. So
Yeah.
right,
But that's because we live in a generation that's selfish. This generation is they gatekeep.
mm,
And a lot of the times it's a good and a bad thing because they always say, "Oh, don't publicize what you're doing until you've achieved it."
right.
And that could be a good and bad thing because you've achieved this goal, you're publicizing it, but there's somebody that might want to obtain that same goal, not exactly like you, but for themselves, and they want to know the blueprint. So a lot of people won't share the information
They're not, but that's bad that people have to gatekeep because I don't understand why they do that either. Why do people gatekeep? Because if you got some information that can help somebody else, why not tell somebody? Why would you keep that to yourself?
because there's a fear that you might surpass
Child.
me. So that's like if you it's it all boils down to people's mental. What you think is who you are. And it's a sad space because a lot of us we have a bad way of thinking. And if you know a job is hiring and you went to go apply for that job, 9 times out of 10, the person not going to tell you that the job hiring until they get the job
They get
themselves.
it.
But by
Yeah.
the time they get the job, they no longer hiring.
Hmm.
So why not tell me, hey, look, I want to go fill out this application. Let's go, do it together. And
Hmm.
if it's for you, you'll get it. If it's not, you won't. Like at the end of the day, you know how many franchises of McDonald's it is? If one person gatekeep, like your franchise is not for everybody else's. So what's for you is for you.
Right.
So why hold in? Why gatekeep?
For real, for real. Y'all, her favorite colors are, but she ain't even know this. I don't,
I
I don't
did.
know. Her
So
favorite color.
we getting fancy. You will wait to the end of the season to get all fancy schmancy, but it's cool.
Child. So the next question, y'all. We flowing, y'all. We flowing a little bit too much. What parts of your life looks easy from the outside but requires struggle? No, see, we just kind of like touched on that.
We always do. We'll have we'll have a slew of questions, and that one question will just like boop 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 boop. There's always
We just said something about how people will be
assume.
homeless, struggling,
Hmm.
bills piled up to here,
Hmm.
and boom, all you see is, oh, they got a new house, they got a new car, they suddenly going on vacations and stuff. But you know what? I think a lot of people, and they probably ain't gonna never say this. A lot of people go on vacation a lot because you know why they doing that? They making payment plans, y'all.
I was just about to say because just because you see me with a new shirt, listen, Sheen is my favorite and my best friend. Like, what we doing? I can't afford that. Like, you can even do payment plans when you get your hair done now,
Girl, you better
baby.
stop.
This lady that I know that do locks, I saw that, and she had a payment plan. And the only reason why I had to cancel is because I was like, dang, she gonna charge me almost $300. Let me cancel. But then after I canceled it, I saw that she had payment plans, but then her availability was so far away. I was like, oh no, I can't do this, baby. But yeah, like it's that's how you know that
But
the
you probably gonna
society
pay more though. You know
is
that,
in a
right?
deficit. Of
You gonna
course.
pay more for
But
that plan.
I'll take it. Hook me up. Give me $400 worth of service, and I'll pay for it in 2 months. Because you're
Ah,
not gonna see me again until the
yeah,
end of the year. So
that's true. That's true.
what?
That's true. That's true. But still though, like I don't payment plans on hair. Yeah. Was she
Yeah.
that good?
Oh, she is. She got growing hands too. Now,
Oh,
when they start doing that with nails, oh, I'm getting my nails in. I'm back. I'm back. Child, I'm back because baby, the way that my ladies be getting their nails and feet done, and the prices that they be paying, who no, no, mm-mm.
it be too
No,
much.
that's
It be
that's
too
a
much.
that's a electricity bill. That's a phone, cable, internet bill. Like y'all, wow.
Thank God it ain't me. Thank God it ain't me. Cause I don't get my nails done, y'all. Look, my wife be getting her nails done, and they be like almost $200. I'm like, girl, what did you do? They just painted on your
Mm-mm,
fingers.
mm-mm. It's the overlay. It's and then they charge by the length, like everything now. And that's crazy because, and this is we are not on topic, but we gonna roll with it. Back in the day when you used to get your hair done, you used to be able to go to the salon, get your hair
uh,
washed, deep conditioned, styled, trimmed, and everything for one service,
mm-hmm.
one price.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you have to ask if the wash is included, especially if you're going to get braids and all the things. You have to ask if the wash is included. And now, even if you want to get a weave, because that's why I stopped, that's why mm, you have to now. Some of them don't even braid your hair down when you do a weave. You have to come with it already braided down because then that's an additional service. So now I'm paying you to wash my hair, I'm paying you to braid my hair down. You're only sewing in the weave. That's it at this point. Like, what else are you doing? Because I'm doing everything else. I'm doing 75% of the work, but I'm paying you almost $300 for what? And then I still have to buy the hair.
I've
Like,
been in
what?
there
What
and
are
said
we?
I don't include buying the hell.
It's
What?
horrible. It's horrible. Like,
But you,
it's
but you know, I
crazy.
think people are like, I mean, I get that people want to be paid for their time and their services. Don't get me wrong, but some people are highway robbery out here. Like, come on now. Just like you got a family to feed, we do too out here. We got a family to feed too, and $300, girl,
And
I
then you
learned how
say
to do that
you
thing.
want somebody hair washed, and then they blow dry it. It has to be blow dry. But what if my blow dryer ain't good like yours? You might have one that will blow my hair straight. I might just have one that'll just dry it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Mm-hmm.
you might have a Carantine blow dryer that's better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
So what I look, and then what if I wash my hair and I'm using the cheapy cheap shampoo? It's still gonna be dirty. So I'm just wasting my time hovering over my sink or in the shower to wash and blow dry my hair when you're gonna have to wash it again. So what we doing? Just do what you got to do. That's what you getting paid for. Like I don't understand. They're gonna have the nerve to get mad if somebody don't tip you. Tip
They
you for
charging
what?
late fees too. You better not be late. I paid $20 one time because I was 5 minutes late because
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't
have to
find the
really
house.
read that. You have to really read, and then that's a whole nother thing that I'm paying you when I'm in your house. What I look like? You charging me $300 and I'm in your house? What are we doing? So I'm washing my hair. I'm blow drying my hair. Probably got to braid down my hair. Traveling to your house using my car, my gas, to sit up in your house when you probably have all kinds of creatures and whatnot, and animals too, children, and you probably don't have a big girl friendly chair. Okay.
Oh
For
God.
what? $300? Now, if there should be a consideration factor. If somebody got to travel to you, you should not be charging salon prices. It should be
Absolutely.
half that, because then it would make sense.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
If
Yep.
you
Yep.
got to travel to somebody, then you should travel. You should do a travel fee book and all that, because you have to bring your equipment. That makes sense.
Right.
But what we doing? Must be nice.
Y'all, she be cutting up, y'all. Yo, must be
That
nice.
junk make me that junk make me mad. Like I don't like it.
So next question, y'all. Have you ever said must be nice out of envy? We see we done touched on this too.
Yeah, because I say that all the time. Let me see a couple that's been together. Oh, we want to have this conversation? Oh, okay. Let me see a couple that's been together for a short period of time. And they I'm must be nice. Mm.
What you mean? Because they get it like they be together for a short period of time where they get married.
Yes,
That
must
ain't
be
always
nice.
good, sis.
I
That ain't
know.
always.
But we
You
don't know
don't know.
that.
You don't
We
know they
only know what they
struggle.
posted. So that's why I said you asked the question, I gave you the answer. Let me find out. And then you have kids and you able to travel. Must be nice.
Oh, that must be nice for real. Because man, traveling with kids ain't. It's not for the weak.
No, but
Lord.
they don't have the kids. They traveling. They have children, but they traveling. But they have
Without
a
kids.
village to yeah. Must be nice.
Yeah, that must be nice. Villages don't exist no more.
But then
Yeah.
you don't know if it took them 2-3 years to save up for that trip. You don't know if they had to work 60, 80 hours a
Mm-hmm.
week to get
Mm-hmm.
the money up to get that
Mm-hmm.
trip. So it's like you really gotta give people grace and give yourself grace, because what's for you won't miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say you really don't know what people doing. Like you cannot compare your story to other people's story because you
Yeah.
really don't know how they could have stole something to get where they at. Like they could have hurt a lot of people to get there. They could have stepped on a lot of people to get. You don't know what they did to get the spotlight. And guess
Yeah.
what? That spotlight ain't gonna be there long, especially if they did somebody wrong to get there.
Yeah.
So I like seeing people win. I like seeing people, get what they desire in life. And but then sometimes I do kind of get in my own head and be like, dang, boy, I be sitting up all night. Like I be really putting my all into everything I do. And they just right to the top.
Instant.
1,500 views, a million subscribers.
Speaking of 1,500 views, my 6-year-old, let's talk about it. Matter of fact, I'm about to go on his page right now. My 6-year-old got a YouTube video. Matter of fact, he got a YouTube page. Okay. Homie posted a video of a cookie. He's a cookie. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's doing. He got 942 views right now. Must be nuts. And here I am struggling, pumping out
Woo!
mental health and all the good things. And his views, one video, 365, 140, 281, 942, 198. Oh, teach me what you're doing. Because
You can't be mad at my nephew. You
that
can't,
just
but
goes to show you that the world loves stupidity.
yeah.
And common sense is becoming a thing of the past. Self development is becoming a thing of the past. We are now more so geared towards things that poison us instead of positioning us.
But the crazy part about it, like I find myself sometimes like sitting down watching certain things or whatever, and sometimes I watch the whole thing and sometimes I don't. But attention spans are bad too. That video is what 7 seconds maybe.
I
Is
don't know. You watched it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 7. They watching because it ain't long. By the time 7 seconds hit, they on to something else. So they don't watch his video. That's why he
Mm,
got all them
mm.
views because it don't take long to watch it. But like you said, we sit here and we trying to put all this stuff. We thinking about it. Y'all don't understand how long it takes for me to just go live. I literally, I'll be like, I'm going live today. I got
Child,
man,
she'll
30.
say she going live at 3 o'clock. I be like, what time you gonna go live? Oh, 7:45. What? It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, but I gotta set the background up. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Child, just press play. Like, what do
I
we do?
don't know how.
No, I gotta set the background up. I gotta put the tickers and the banners. I said the what? No, what? Okay, then you got to do the transitions and set the scenes in the background, and then angle the box and make sure the box is a certain way.
Speaking points. I gotta have my stuff together. I can't be listen. I can't be out there just looking and talking, and y'all looking at me, and I'm
And
looking at
then don't barely be on the screen because it's a music promo. Child.
y'all. I had to set the music promo up. I had to put the music in. Had to
Mm,
do all
mm,
that.
mm, mm.
I'm just saying, like, it's a lot. It's this is not for the weak. Understand me? It's not for the weak. But people like drama. They like mess. Like when
Yeah,
people literally just be up there talking about. Now, don't get me wrong. Some things I do like to watch sometime to see what people's point of views is because that's the point of Twisted Tuesdays. Like that. I don't know if I shared that with you. That the other day I was strolling on Facebook and I'm like wait a minute. So I stopped. Bus driver had to stop the bus.
yeah, because of the little boy.
Yeah,
And she
that
was
little boy,
tagging him.
that
I
little
swear,
boy beat.
we was matter of fact, we was on the phone, y'all. Okay, here we go. Because I like to watch the Golden Girls. So picture this. My girl Sophia, she was like, picture this. We on the phone, and she just like, oh my God. Uh, I mean, and she is just screaming. And I said, what is going on? And she's sitting here watching this video. I'm going to send it to you. She sent it to me. I see what's going on. I said, oh no. Then she goes, something. Tell me your thoughts. By the time she finished saying, tell me your thoughts, it was already on Facebook. She done posted it. Then ask people, tell me your thoughts. She don't watch it like, this is why Nasia got all these views because of people like you. She don't watch it like 50, 11 times talking about some, tell me your thoughts. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, little boy was being smart mouth, and he thought he was gonna be a
No,
smart
he
mouth. He
beat
got
that
the right
lady.
person on the wrong day. Yeah, he hit her, but she whacked off on him too.
Okay, but you know what? I think that was kind of like what you
You
call it,
said it was
react.
a reaction, like a
Yeah, like
reflex.
you know how like somebody hit you, you gonna
When you,
first instinct is to bust them back, and she probably realized that. Oh, wait a minute, it's a kid. But
nah,
but see, that goes back to the parents too. Now let's be real. Why they teaching that boy to fight adults?
but see, you know your temperament. You know your route, and you know your kids. I'm pretty sure
Ooh.
that wasn't the first time hunting that boy. The way that they was going back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
you could tell that that was not the first time that he smart mouthed her. That was not. That was bent up
Building up energy.
frustration towards him
Look, let me tell
because
you
he
something.
looked like he was bad. That's why I can't be a teacher because I would be on the first 48. I know my temperament. I know me. Absolutely not.
But I know that mama wasn't happy because let me tell you something. The only thing you would think about as a parent, you jumping on that bus and you ready to give her round two. I'm
Not
pretty.
talking about how disrespectful your son is,
I
but she
know
probably ready to chop that lady head off.
that's the generation
Or
we live in.
yeah,
She
her
jumped
son
on the bus.
can't do
Fight.
no wrong. You a grown woman. What you look like? And yes, I'm a grown woman, and your son should not have put his hands on me. One, I'm a female, and two, I'm older than him. Respect your elders.
I had so many opinions for that. That's why I just put up their thoughts.
I don't entertain the stupidity
I
because I
can
knew
go both
somebody would have said something to piss me off, so I didn't even bother to comment because I don't like to get involved.
ways. See,
Because
listen.
somebody say something and go under my comment that's gonna make me mad, I'm gonna delete my whole thread. So then that way your comment is going to. Now we both mad.
I don't argue on social media. So I only thing if I see something I really don't like or I don't agree with, I don't respond. I just kind of like hard like and keep it moving. That's it. I asked them. They came to me and they gave me their opinion, good or bad. So I can't get mad at them not agreeing with me. We respectfully, we're not gonna argue about this on
Yeah,
social
people don't do that. They not respectful. They really be putting their opinion under your comment like I care. This is my opinion. It's like a butthole. We all have one. So why
media.
are you big mad at my opinion? If you don't like it, just scroll.
People don't know how to do that, sis. You know that. You know people don't know how to do that. I think it's the next question. Yeah, this is the next
Not
question.
how putting the questions like this, so it covered all, not only our faces but the whole entire screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, this better.
what's something about each other's life that people assume is perfect, but you know the truth behind?
Mm. Hmm. They life in general, because people lives
No,
so bad.
something about each other, meaning my life and then your life.
Oh, wait a
I
minute now.
think people assume about your life that your marriage, your family, everything is just so perfect because you're just this like happy person. And I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is it takes work to get to that level of maturity. You know what I mean? It takes work to get to that level of understanding that you might not always disagree, but we gonna always be together. You know what I mean? Like it's a level of mature. Like we've been through some things, so that's what surviving and thriving looks like. Like you tell stories about your situation and what y'all have been through together, and a lot of people couldn't survive that. So that's what survival looks like.
That's
So
that's crazy.
people assume that it's, oh well, she don't never had no problems because she don't never talk about it. She don't never. No, we've been there, done that.
Ugh.
Like, and once you get past the thing, you don't want to give the enemy any room.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to me, y'all, it's a lot of things in my life that go on, and I'd be like, I would run to this mic about it all. I won't have no problem. But the problem with running to the mic all the time about everything is I'm not the only one involved.
Yeah.
So I can come and tell you my life transparently, but then I also have other people on the other side that's involved. They're gonna have their own story too.
And that's the craziest part because it's like you're entitled to talk about your life experiences, but you're not really free to talk
No.
about your life experiences because your life experiences other people are attached to.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then for some reason, especially when a person is a perpetrator, like if you've been married to a narcissist or been in an abusive relationship, people have amnesia. Like they didn't do none of that stuff. Like I'm sitting here, I'm telling you, like, okay, we ain't gonna use nobody as an example. We're gonna do why did I get married? Why did I get married to Mike when Sheila was in the kitchen and she was making something for Troy and he came up to her and he was like, don't you remember how good it was? Don't you remember that? And she was like, what I remember is the color of the wall because my nose bled on it. What I remember. So you don't remember none of that. You remember, oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Must be nice.
He was looking there like he was
Your
sitting there.
version.
He was sitting there looking like what?
Right.
Did that really happen, dude? She was very vivid with that. The blood on the walls, the on the floor. She
The
remembered.
bed, it was cold. Okay?
Who?
Like, come on here. Even we saw that in the in the first one. So you said she looked like a nightlight. So what we doing?
Listen, more of the story, y'all. There's nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, and everybody's gonna go through some type of season in their lives that sometimes they don't even want to talk about it. I have seasons in my life I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to go through life afterwards and figure out how to live life after that. Because some things I'd be like, did this really just happen? Now how I'm gonna fix this? And
Yeah.
then Then you have a constant struggle as a content creator and as a podcaster with your life. I don't think people understand that. You have a constant struggle because you got people around you that are comfortable with you being this way. And then when you try to be another way, they got a problem with that because you're trying to change, you're trying to have a better life, and not necessarily that you was a bad person, but you're just moving differently. And I've noticed that since I've been on this journey, man, the devil has been tripping. Like that devil, look, he literally done packed his bags, moved in a couple of times, and was in here eating my food and everything. Like, dude was tripping. I had to put him out a couple of times. Me and him had a fight a couple of times. So when you trying to go to the top, I have noticed that it's so many levels to that. People, I look at these celebrities and stuff. People look at the celebrities all the time. They feel like matter of fact, I'm gonna use no, I ain't gonna use him as an example. I like that's my buddy. I ain't gonna use him as an example. I'm just gonna say celebrities and their kids and say their extended family automatically they get a notch up, right? Then you got people like you and I that work hard to get where we're going. And then we have to look around and like, dang, they got favor on their lives. I got favor in my life too. Don't get it twisted. I got God. So I got favor on my life. Don't get it twisted, y'all. But I'm just simply saying that some people can just rise to the top and some people have to work hard. And some people have to work hard through it all. Children, marriage, parents, because some people have parents that are sick and they're still trying to work. They're still trying to make it and survive. So, and sometimes they gotta quit because they gotta take care of their parents. So it's a lot of things in this life that you want to do. And I look back over my life, as old people say, I look over my life. I should have been did a lot of stuff. A lot. Like, and sometimes you be in season, you be like, yeah, I can't do that now. I'm too old for that. Like it's a lot of things you just can't do. You will outgrow some of your visions and your missions in your life. You'll outgrow it and be like, yeah, that ain't me no more. I don't want to do that. That's not even me. But it's hard to get behind this mic, y'all. It is hard. Cause we get behind this mic. I don't know about sis, cause sis won't do that. Sis be like, yo, I got this going on, I got that going on. Not today.
You'll never see an episode.
Not today. Me, I'll be just finished crying. Welcome to Breaking the Silence podcast.
You'll be
Yeah.
crying in the episode. Welcome to Breaking the Silence. You'll be in the episode crying. Child, you won't catch me. You won't catch me. I'll be in my room. I'll be crying. And when I'm finished, I'll talk about it. But you won't catch me on live.
Oh, Lord.
No, because I feel like some things God got to get you through.
That's true.
And in all things, we should consult him. And some things is not for public consumption for me. So I have to take the moment, sit with the moment, and ask God, is this a teachable moment for me? Or is this a teachable moment for someone else? Because a lot of the times it's for me. Because I'm one of his hardest children to raise. Okay.
Yes, Lord.
So sometimes it's just for me, and then sometimes once you pass the test, then you could tutor somebody else. But I can't tutor you if I'm failing.
Listen, my thing is, you remember I told y'all this, I was said this a long time ago. Before people even like your podcast, they gotta like you as a person. So some of my moments, and you say all the time, you are the brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and although I don't share every detail in my life, y'all, it's coming. Like it's gonna be like say a teachable moment. But I have to get through the moment first before I can, as sis say, talk to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be broken inside about a situation. And sometimes I do. Like I still be broken, but I feel like I have to get it out. It's like journaling. I don't
Yeah.
journal like that no more. So
This is a virtual journal for you.
right. It's like
Yeah.
journaling for me. So this is how I get how I'm really feeling off my chest. Now I can move on and breathe. And in the moment, I don't even know if I'm helping somebody. And find out later I'm helping somebody.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I do it to help somebody. Don't get me wrong, but in the moment, it's therapy. So that's why this mic has really saved a lot of my emotions. Like it has been my savior because between me and God and the mic, that's it. Honestly. So I ain't gonna say I disagree with sis on that about public consumption. Not everybody's. No, don't get me wrong. Some things I ain't never gonna tell y'all. I you can't get my business like that. But for the most part, I think I've been a lot transparent. The only thing that I don't be really full blown transparent about is my children and my wife. It's other people involved. So at the end of the day, it's a lot of things that I can't really share with y'all that involves other people because my story is my story, their story is their story, and it's gonna cause a whole ruckus that I don't need.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that. Now I'm causing a problem. Now y'all ain't gonna see me behind the mic at all.
You're
It
gonna see her behind something, but it ain't gonna be the mic.
ain't gonna be the mic. Exactly. We don't want no problems. Y'all listen, we said this is gonna be a part two, right? And it's definitely gonna be a part two because she be sis over there. What she said, I'm Methodist. No, it's her. It ain't me. Um,
Pentecostal.
Same thing. They both be up in there all
I
day.
don't know nothing about that, child.
I went to a Methodist church one time, was in there all day long, girl, nodding. I said, Lord, please help me. Yeah, they same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Okay, last question, y'all. Least favorite part of my anytime I say least part of the show for me. What something about each other's life that people did we just do that?
Yeah, we just did that.
Girl,
I did yours, but you didn't do mine.
I can't do yours.
It's
Okay.
it says what's something about each other's life. That's why I said I feel like people when they see you, they feel like your marriage is so perfect. Like your family dynamic, like everything you've gotten everything together, you're just this
Well, I
well
think
put together person.
we gonna put it like that. When they look at you, they probably feel like, okay, cause they hear that voice, that audio voice she got, y'all. Y'all heard her audio, y'all. She got that voice. I think they think you perfect too. They think that you don't go through nothing, no kind of breakthroughs, no kind of mental breakdown, nothing. Everything in your life over there is good. Cause you be like, welcome back to the Blemish Beauties podcast.
Child. And if if you pay attention, I'm going through because you will not see a season or episode from me. So
Look,
know.
and she
I'm
be
going
over there, Katie, go to sleep. Katie, go to sleep. Now
now
sit.
we're at the stage of life where he's in a walker. Now we're at the stage of life where he doesn't want to go to bed till 4 in the morning. Mommy likes to go to bed at 9 p.m. So we don't mix. Okay. So this is not on my bingo card. I'm not happy. I am very, very irritable. I'm very, very frustrated because I get my energy
Mm-hmm.
when he's going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to balance. Like if I don't get sleep, I'm cranky.
Listen.
Today, I'm very cranky because it's like, bruh, I didn't go to sleep. And then when the other children are here, usually it's okay because when it's time for me to go to sleep, they'll go in the living room. But when the other children are here, there's nowhere to escape.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he got to stay in the room with me. So I got to hear and y'all already know how I am when it comes to hearing him. I cannot go to sleep until
Y'all,
he sleep.
y'all, let me say, y'all. If a mom like her can hear a child on 2 floors up while they outside,
You still talk about that, bro? Like,
what is we doing? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Shh, shh, shh. I said, shush, shush. Dude, that's Caden. He crying. Girl, you on first level outside talking,
she's
and
like, no,
lo and
it's not.
behold, it was Caden crying.
Trying to tell you, that's my baby.
But yeah, I think they would look at you and be like, yeah, she got it all together. She don't, she good over there. Like, but in reality, it's hard, like navigating, like especially for me, having a young child after 25 years. Now here it is, you done got comfortable, with Nazir, walking, talking on his own in school and this, that, and the fourth, and then got to do it again. That's still a hard shift. Literally, y'all. She had to take a break for real. She needed that break.
And I still ain't really fully.
Mm,
I mean, because you know what it is, and this is the part that people don't see, and they don't underestimate the pivots that you have to make as the mom. No
mhm,
slight to the dads, but you have to be the one to make the pivots because at the end of the day, your
mhm,
schedule has to go around their schedule. And it was
mhm,
hard just trying to figure out to go around the Sears schedule. Now you have to add a baby in the mix because daycare is expensive, one. And as you can see based off that video, you show you can't trust nobody with your children. So at
Nobody.
the end of the day, when you have a small child that don't know how to talk, then you don't have a village on top of that that's local that will
Mhm,
help you while you're working or whatever, or you have older parents, it's heavy. So
mhm,
somewhere along the line, you have to take the back seat to say, okay, well, I was working full time, making 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I got to scale all the way back down to part
mhm,
time, to only do 20, 30
mhm.
hours, 30 hours a week. Like that's insane. So it's like the mental, we talked about that last week about, the envy, the resentment. Like
Mhm,
you feel away because it's like, yo, I was here
mhm.
and now I'm back down here. But then, like I said earlier, it's just temporary. But
Yeah.
the frustration that's in the temporary, you got to get past it, and it's hard to get past at times. It's very hard.
Y'all, I was looking for that question. I don't know how I missed that question, y'all. I was looking for that question. I'm like, what question was it? What did I miss? Because we had one more question, y'all, that I don't know where it went. I don't. It's eight
That mean it
questions.
wasn't meant to ask.
Eh. So that might have to be in the next episode. But I don't know what question I missed, y'all. I really don't. I don't know if it's the one about relationships where in relationships what do people romanticize that's actually hard work. We might have touched on that some too. You do too much. I think we touched on that already. Did we? We didn't.
Part two.
She said part two. Y'all heard her. Well, y'all, I hope this conversation has kind of encouraged you, and not only to encourage you, but to make you understand that just because their story looks a certain way doesn't mean that they didn't go through something to get there. You don't even know what they went through to get there. Could have been stealing, could have been, you don't know. So you cannot judge somebody's story, by what they highlight reels, like sis say, the highlight reel is because you really don't know. And sometimes God has time. Well, ain't no sometimes. God has timing on everything in our lives. He knows when it's supposed to happen. And at the moment it's supposed to happen. And we just gotta be patient and trust him and understand that he got it. He got us. And that's hard. Especially when you work hard, you save your money or whatever you're doing, and you're like, Lord, I want a brand new house. I want a brand new car. I want this. I want that. Why not me? You're tripping. But it's not your time yet. And you have to be okay with that. Because when your time comes, he gonna blow your mind, boy. You gonna be around here chilling, doing
That's
probably
true.
better than them.
Yeah, it'll all be worth it.
And they don't fell apart because what? They did something to get that they weren't supposed to do. So stop comparing your journey, your walks of life with somebody else because you really don't know. And it took me a while to get there. It really did because I really was looking like, hey man, what did you do? Question like, what did they do? Sometimes they don't have to do nothing, but just be present. So
And
as all
sometimes too, their reward is in heaven. Their reward is on earth, and yours is in heaven. So you got to also be mindful of that. Like where your reward is, other people's reward is not. Their reward might be a relationship. Yours might be a business.
yep.
So you got to really be mindful, and that's where it comes into having a relationship with God and have that discernment enough to understand what's for you won't miss you. So if you don't have it, that means it's not yours, or that means it's just not time.
Period. And as always, we are healing hearts to inspire change. Later, everybody.